Okay, I'm back again. Wearing the same Packer shirt. It still is Monday. So here we go. We are now on Lesson 4, Unit 6, Lesson 4, Advance Your Skills. So here's our warning, another work lesson. Continuing the work from Lesson 2. If you're watching this and you didn't do that work, you cannot do this lesson yet. We're going to work on sorting, filtering, showing, and hiding, and my personal favorite, conditional formatting. I love conditional formatting. Video will be right here, of course, so let's start the lesson. If you've been doing all your work, your spreadsheet will look something like this, except I only have one store, so I need to get my other locations here. And links. You should have locations and links here. Your spreadsheet should be auto-calculating how much you're spending with that function and formulas, formula showing that you understand how to do a formula for average and so on. So let's take a look at today's lesson. So now we are going to do some analyzing data. We've got the data. Now let's learn how to sort and filter it. Let's see. So first, some teaching parts. So searching using Control F, really nice function. Now we're going to practice sorting and filtering. So we're going to sort our prices from highest to lowest. But we're going to do this by, we're going to practice filtering. So the first thing we're going to do is highlight our column headers and do data create a filter. So let's see, here's our column headers right there. Data, create a filter. And now notice, just like the lesson said, you have this little icon that stands for filtering. Let's see what's next. We have options to sort or filter in different ways. We can sort from A to Z. A to Z is going to go from highest to lowest. So if I want to do prices, I can go right here, A to Z, and now notice it flips everything. So it's going low to high. If I want to go high to low, I can just flip it from Z to A. So now you know a little bit about sorting. So sorting is part of the filter option. Let's see what's next. All right, so let's talk about filter. If you filter, you only are going to show values that fit certain criteria. So if I only want to see items that fall into a fruit and vegetable category, I called it produce. We're going to go into category, and we're going to click the filter icon, and let's see what happens. So category, let's click the filter icon, and then let's see what's next. We're going to see all the categories. We want to clear them and only select, let's say, produce. So I've got to go down. I can uncheck and say, I don't want to see dairy. I don't want to see frozen. I only want to see produce, and then I'm going to click OK. So all my data is still there. Why is it showing baking? I have no idea. And I've got a little error right here and right there, probably because, well, I don't know. Oh, I probably didn't uncheck baking. Oh yeah, look at that. There we go. And anything blank, I guess I don't want to show. There we go. I missed baking. There we go. That's better. Yep, if it doesn't work at first, try again. So now I can only see that. If I want to undo it, I can just go back and go, let's see, I can select all of them again and click OK, and now I've got my whole spreadsheet back. I'm not sure why there's a blank column, probably because I included a blank one right there. I suppose since that's blank, I can just delete that row. There we go. Ooh, now I'm having an error with my average. That's okay. That means I have chosen a column that does not exist. So anyway, I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. So now you know a little bit about sorting and filtering. We can also do data and remove filter. I uncheck them. We can show and hide columns. So let's say maybe I don't really care I don't really care about the category. I can click that whole category. I can just say hide column. Notice it just skips from B to D. It's still there. It's still gonna, I can still work with that column. And then if I want to get it, I can just click on that arrow and then let's see, and then I'll get it all back. Now I have all my columns back. So you can show or hide rows or columns. Again, like before, if you want to select multiple, so let's say like I don't want my husband to know um, that I have Cheetos on there, so I can just, let's see, I want to hide the Cheetos and I don't want him to know that I have brownie batter ice cream. I can hold down Control. I can select those two and I can say, let's hide those. And now nobody will know. I'm just going to undo that and go on back. Um, Conditional formatting, I love. I like to conditional format for colors. So maybe I want to use conditional formatting to, I want to just highlight the items in dairy because someone in my family is allergic to dairy. So I'm going to go to format and conditional formatting. It says I've got to type in the range, but let's find out. Um, let's see. I can also select the whole spreadsheet as well. So I can go format, um, conditional formatting right there. And then I already selected the range, so there it is. Or let's just cancel out of there. And let's say I didn't do anything ahead of time. I can go format, conditional formatting. Right now, it's just selecting like G13. But let's say I just want a conditional format the range of my entire spreadsheet. Oh, I guess I have to type that in. Okay. I kind of prefer the way I did it the first time, but let's see. I can go, there we go, conditional format. Now it's just saying B3. Let's get out of there. Okay, format, conditional formatting. All right, so now I'm doing the whole thing. Format cells if, and there's a whole lot of things you can do. I'm going to say format cells if, and I'm going to say the text contains dairy. So now I can say if the text contains, now text contains and text is exactly are not exactly the same. Text contains, if any part of it includes dairy, exactly means it's going to match letter by letter. So we'll do text contains and say text contains dairy and it's defaulted to green. Maybe I want to do it to a light red because that's like alert. That's dairy, and notice the word dairy was in there. If I said exactly, if I said text is exactly, now it's not going to highlight that because that's dairy average. You can add another rule and you can say if it's junk food, let's see, text is exactly dairy. Did I already add another rule? Oh, now I have it twice. Now I'm going to say if text is exactly junk food, um, maybe I want it to be my favorite color, purple, because I love junk food, and then I'll click done. Notice I did double up the dairy, so I can delete that. And now anytime I type in junk food, so if I change cucumbers to junk food, it's automatically going to change it purple because I have the conditional formatting in there. So I love conditional formatting. Let's see. Yep, there it's talking about developing new rules. You can add criteria to number values. So maybe this is going through how I want to highlight if the price is greater than $4. I want to make sure that's an alert. So I could do conditional formatting for, I'm going to put done on that. And then oh, I did dairy again. Okay, there we go, done. Oh, come on, there. Okay, so let's get out of there and say format, conditional formatting. I'm going to add another rule. We're going to say, all right, so it's applying only to that dollar range. And I want to say if It's greater than $4. I'm going to have it go like bright red because that's where I'm spending the most of my money done. So now, and that's just for my total. I could have also done it for the item price. So now I've used conditional formatting for money, and that would be applied if I continue the spreadsheet as well. There we go. That was kind of a short one. If you finished it, check it off complete. If you didn't, be honest with yourself and go back and do it. All right, I think I've got maybe one more video to go. I'll do one for Airtables too, but one more to go about visualizing the data. Have a great day. Bye-bye.